Good evening, everyone. Today, I have with me the young dynamic leader of Congress uh, contesting in the Belagavi Lok Sabha against the veteran leader Jagdish Shettar and others. Good evening, Mrinal. A warm welcome to All About Belgaum from us and the viewers.
Very
Mrinal,
good evening. Very good
yes.
evening. I'm really thankful to you to have me on this platform, on this esteemed platform of Belgaum. Thank you so much.
Mrinal, could we have a small introduction of yourself?
Yeah. Since you all know, I'm contesting for the Lok Sabha as an official candidate from Indian National Congress. I've done my engineering in Gokte Institute of Technology, passed out in the year 2016. And since then till today, I've been very actively in the social service, working for the people, following the footsteps of my mother, and
Thank you.
also following my profession. Yeah.
Mrinal, is there a pressure when you are the son of the most popular and the strongest leader of the state, your mother, Srimati Lakshmi Hebbalkar, and how do you plan to carry forward her legacy?
So the pressure is all about carrying forward the work what my mother is doing. Her commitment towards the public, her commitment towards the farmers, towards the people of our constituency. So I feel she has set a benchmark. So I feel I have to be according to that benchmark, and I'm putting all my efforts. And then since a very long time, since 10 years, I'm also been on the field helping for the people, and I'm trying my best. Also carrying the pressure what she has done. I mean, like carrying the pressure to serve the people, like how she's doing till today, and I'm giving my best. I feel, sir.
मृणाल, योर मॉम, आपकी माँ ने जो स्ट्रगल किया है यहाँ तक, ओके, वट एवर शी डिड, तो आप क्या सीखते हैं उसमें से?
So struggle. She struggled a lot. I've seen it, and I've been seeing it since a very long time. Struggle ऐसा वैसा struggle नहीं है, sir. She has lost two elections, and they were like a very painful days for us. But after all the efforts she put in from the year 2013 to 2018, पहली बार वहाँ पे जीत मिला. And since then till today, the winning streak is on. It's all because of the work she does, the commitment she has towards the people, and the promises whatever she has made to the people of Belgaum rural. And I want to carry the work she's done in my constituency, in our constituency, in all the Lok Sabha, in all the Lok Sabha constituency of Belgaum, especially.
वो ऐसे वैसे विन से नहीं, बहुत एक बड़े मार्जिनल विन से आई है, दो हार के बाद,
Yes, sir.
एंड
2018
दैट्स
में,
द स्पिरिट ऑफ हर.
yes, sir. 2018, her winning margin was around 52,000. And in 2023, it had went up till 58,000. That means people are supporting for development. And I get to learn from her. What you asked me is the commitment. There's no time for this thing, excuses. It's that we are serving for the people, and it's a serious thing, and we are doing it for since a long time, and we'll keep on doing it.
She's not the one who will sit and cry, and she worked really hard.
Never,
We
never, never.
appreciate that.
Yes, thank you so much. Thank you.
Another question frequently asked for you. We are just taking the questions what is accumulated on our pages.
Please.
Okay.
Yes, please.
How do you respond when somebody accuses of nepotism in political वंशवाद, कि इनके घर पे सब कुछ जाएगा क्या, इनको ही मिलेगा, आपकी मम्मी मिनिस्टर है, एमएलए, आपकी मामा एमएलसी है, अभी आपको एमपी का टिकट दे रहे, सब एक ही घर पे जा रहा है, तो हाउ डू यू रिस्पॉन्ड टू इट?
So to be very serious about this question, मैं कभी कभी इस ऐसे क्वेश्चन पे मैं कभी विचार नहीं करता हूँ, or else I don't give my attention towards that, because I have the way since I've worked in politics, the way जब मैं यूथ कांग्रेस का वाइस प्रेसिडेंट था, I was on the streets. I was on the streets for the fight of for the rights of the farmers. I was on the streets for the right of the women, and I was also on the streets when there was COVID. तब ये बात नहीं आया ना. Nobody discussed about that. Nobody, see, people who discuss about this nepotism and all, they will not appreciate you when you're doing a good work. When I was in working on the streets for during the COVID time, me, my mother, my mama, my family, few of us were admitted 2 times in the hospital. I myself went to every door of my constituency. I have also distributed kits, medicine kits, given milk. That was my duty. It was a
So
responsibility.
you made sure nobody is unheard and nobody goes out of any medication or food that time.
I made sure that. But if people are calling it as a nepotism during elections, I don't pay much attention. That does not decide my efforts towards the public service. That's all.
Most important question: what are your plans for Belgavi city, and what is your roadmap for the citizen, especially concerning about employment, healthcare, governance, environment, etc.?
So plans for the city of Belgaum, especially providing the city with the basic infrastructure, basic connectivity for my city, especially concerning about the employment. We have got lots of potential within the youth of a city. There are minimum of 7 to 8 engineering colleges in our city, 3 to 4 medical colleges, many universities. Still somewhere a youth, they go out of the city and work. Abhi aap dekho, there are many many opportunities also which we can get into our city. We have got lots of potential. But
Like,
ये सब लाने में कामयाब किसका चीज था ये? Who should have brought it? Given a chance to me, I would really make some change within this and really make a point where we can give employment within our city to the youth.
you must be having some sector in your mind, right? Like, connected to Belgavi, like what it is.
सर कंसिडरिंग द थिंग, अभी आप हमारा मार्केट एरिया ही देख लो.
Okay,
सी मैक्सिमम जीएसटी कहाँ से आता है? फ्रॉम अ मार्केट एरिया. स्टिल वी हैव
industries.
फेल्ड समवेयर टू गिव द बेसिक infrastructure to the market. There's no proper parking space. Street vendors are still on the roads. Still, the garbage is thrown on the city, on the roads. See, traditional problems of Belgaum, especially our first gate, second gate, these are the traditional problems. Okay, I agree. The third gate issue has been solved. But what is the time duration for that? 20 years? We need to really think. We have to work for the people of Belgaum, for our city. It is just not that calling us a city as a smart city doesn't make it smart. We also have to put all our heart and soul towards the development. Then only things work.
So, how strategically you think Belgavi is located?
Sir, can you please tell me once again?
How strategically you think Belgaum is located?
So Belgaum is
Like,
located in a very good location. We are surrounded by
okay,
two more states. We have got a different culture. We have got also culture from Maharashtra, also a Goan culture. We also have our own state, our motherland, our own culture. So people of Belgaum get to learn many things. We are also a multilingual city where we can also survive in different states with using their own language. And that's how we are benefited being a Belgamite.
what are the five specific projects that you will execute if you're elected?
So the five specific projects, I'll be very frank. I want to work on the health sector, especially for
Uh,
the common man. Farmers, secondly, the farmer should get their minimum specific price for whatever they grow. We have to also make our city as a IT IT capital or a startup hub, especially our city. There's a new culture of work from home. We can utilize this. We can also boom the startup people who are coming up. We can also give them a good administration. The fourth would be, like I mentioned you, the basic infrastructure to the market, to the rural areas also, and proper connectivity from Belgaum to different cities and different border areas.
that's very good. Thank you.
Yeah.
Do you feel pressurized by the movie wave and the fact that your opponent is an ex-CM and a very seasoned politician? How do you plan to address the Charso Par slogan?
Sir, Modi wave, what I want to tell you is it's all in the news. I'm traveling
Okay,
like throughout my constituency. There are roughly nearby 2,300 villages. I'm
okay.
meeting everyone, meeting all the sectors of the people, women, youth, old age people. I don't see any such wave. In fact, people are very, very much happy with the things what we have delivered, with the things what my government, my state government has delivered to them. So that's how I am seeing it. And see, since you said about the ex-CM, I sometimes feel that being a chief minister, being the ex chief minister of Karnataka, he's enjoyed the highest position. I enjoyed the highest post of a citizen. Still, he's depending upon a prime minister's name to ask votes. Can you please tell me one specific work what he has done for the people of Belgaum? He has been the district in charge minister for two times. Two times is not a
Okay.
less amount.
Correct.
So I just want to tell
So,
this much.
what do you think we have lost?
Sorry, sir. What do you think?
So, what do you think we have lost during his tenure?
Sir, I think major things we have lost.
Oh,
If you see most of the things, especially like High Court, supposed to come to
okay.
Belgaum, is being shifted to Hubli. If you think of an IIT, me being an Belgamite, I would be really proud if IIT would have come to Belgaum. That's also gone to Hubli. So the major thing since a very long time, the major thing is about the Southwestern Railway Junction. The Southwestern Railway Junction is Hubli, whereas even Belgaum had an opportunity. We have lots of potential. There are many IT companies, industrial sectors, industrial corridors. He being an industrial minister, he was an industrial minister, could have brought something to the city. During the COVID times, the Chamber of Commerce, the whole committee had went to meet him. I just got this
Okay.
news while I was visiting the factories, but none of the factories were allowed to operate. 50,000 families, directly or indirectly, are dependent upon the Udyambag industrial area, but none of the factories were allowed to operate. Whereas the factories in Hubli were allowed to operate. These are the things what we have to know in general. Today,
So,
after a very
you as
long
a
time,
Belgavite, you think the stepmotherly treatment was given by him only itself?
yeah, not only me, most of the people, most of the educated people know this, and they have kept that in their mind and they're talking about it. If we go on the road, on the streets today, if we just ask any common man, he will also be able to explain this. Stepmother was treating was done by whom, and today who is come out for to ask for the votes?
Mrinal, how do you see religion and politics when ನೀವು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಒಂದು ಹಿಂದೂ ಇದ್ದೀರಾ ಯಾವ ತರ ನೋಡ್ತೀರಾ ನೀವು?
Sir, I am a born Hindu, and I have got tremendous faith in my religion. But considering the fact about the religion into politics, I also really do not appreciate such things. I think the politics should be only oriented on the development, on what we are serving to the people, we are doing for the society. So religion is also one part where we can serve the people. But moreover that, if we come out, there's development which we have to consider a lot.
How do you how do you intend to create employment and improve the healthcare system and infrastructure? We already have a good infrastructure for health. So how do you
Yeah.
how do you plan to ಹೇಗೆ ಟ್ಯಾಕಲ್ ಮಾಡೋದು ಇಶ್ಯೂ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ?
Sir, to create an employment there we have got many ways. Especially I'll give you one sector, tourism. ಇವಾಗ ನೀವು ನಮ್ಮ ಬೆಳಗಾವಿ जिल्हे तोगरी ಅಥವಾ ನಮ್ಮ लोकसभा तोगरी. We have got राजन्सगड. आता आमच्या इथं राजन्सगड आहे. तुम्ही जर
Okay.
सौंदत्तीला गेला, फार मोठा डोंगर आहे, सौंदत्तीचं टेम्पल आहे, मंदिर आहे. Ramdurg, if we go to Ramdurg, there's a very big temple of Shabri. Gokak has got huge waterfalls. Considering the fact we have also got many waterfalls in the rural segments of the, we have to somewhere boom our tourism where we can give more and more business, where we also can provide more and more employment opportunities. ಮತ್ ಮೊದಲು ನಿಮಗೆ ನಾ ಒಂದು ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ನಾಗ ಹೇಳಿದೆ that I have a dream of making a city as a startup hub. We have to
Good.
create an atmosphere where people are willing to come and invest in a city, so where we can create more and more employment opportunities. And talking about the healthcare system and infrastructure, I think there are two sectors, two segments in Belgaum, especially. One, if you see, we have got a very huge hospital called KLE. It's
Okay.
very famous in the North Karnataka as well as South Maharashtra. On the other hand, if you see, there are more than 100 PHC, primary health centers, which are working 24/7. So if we see the second part, we still have failed. People have still failed to give the basic infrastructure to the PHC. PHC still don't have the basic infrastructure, no washrooms, no X-ray machines, not proper diagnostic centers. So somewhere I also want to concentrate on the primary health centers where we have our own government in the state of Karnataka right now, where my voice will also be counted. We have got very good cabinet ministers also, where I can take their help to improvise this healthcare system in the rural area especially. And coming up to the urban, we have to get a very strict law towards the assault of the doctors.
Assault, the recent assault that has happened on the doctor.
Yeah, yeah.
So, do you wish to put in more of like good doctors and nursing staff and all? Because see, we have got a very good, huge infrastructure as a civil hospital, and the latest new one is come as the cardiac center over there, but still just painted and left like that only. So somewhere our infrastructure is going for a waste because we don't have good doctors. So you want to tackle these issues?
So this issue is not just only in Belgaum. This
Okay,
issue is throughout the country. If we come up with the statistics, as much as I know, 10,000 people roughly, there are 10 doctors for 10,000 people.
okay.
Moreover, we have got an infrastructure, we have got funds to improve the infrastructure. But moreover, concentrating on the infrastructure, I want to encourage people to join more and more medical field, whereas it is nursing, it is medicine, BHMS, BAMS, MBBS. These are the things where we have to encourage students to join so that they can serve the society later.
Uh, Adding up to that, specifically, what are your plans for the youth of Belgavi, and how do you aim to retain talent in the region? Now you know, as a Belgavi, we know, like once you graduate, you move out.
Yeah.
Don't stay back.
So since
And you
I'm
know how
roaming,
talented Belgavi is, the
yeah,
youth
yeah, I
is.
know, I know, I know very much because since I'm a Belgamite, I know the pulse of my city. Since I'm roaming everywhere, I'm going to all the sectors, segments of the Lok Sabha, especially when I go to the rural area. Our youth are very much interested in joining the defense of our country. They're very much excited, especially when I see the practice on the roads. They go climb the mountains. While in the city, people are very much IT oriented. If we compare both, people have got lots of potential. The rural youth have got lots and lots of potential to compete with the city ones, but they have got less facilities. Whereas we have to provide them with all the maximum facilities where we can give them the physical education regarding the diet. Also have a plan where we have to give a free education for them to join the defense, where they can take most of the classes. This is what I have a specific plan for the segment of the rural youth. Whereas the urban people, where we have to really work on the startup capital. Since I said we have to make a city as a startup hub, so we have to get lots and lots of IT parks. We have one IT park, but it's not active. Nobody has seen it. Nobody has been working on it. Nobody's been talking about it. So these are all the things which I have in my mind and trying to make a point of it.
That's a very good thing, Mrinal. You have divided into urban and rural. That is what it is. Because we have also seen in the rural parts, most of them are interested to join the army, navy, or whatever it is. And in urban area, we are like see most of them engineering, medical. This is what the trend is usually in Belgavi.
Exactly, sir. Exactly. Exactly.
Any specific plans you have to attract IT companies to Belgavi?
Yes, sir. We have got a very specific plan. I mean, like we work like a team. I am
Okay,
also asking you to give me some points, but what I have thought about it, I'll be very frank of it.
okay,
Once being elected, we have got a very good district administration. We have to also acquire a land. We have to ask for an investors meet. We have to invite companies to come to Belgaum. We have to ask for an investors meet. We also have to give them the free electricity, free basic amenities, free water, free sources, so that they come up here, set up their industries, set up their startup companies, IT companies.
exactly.
Also, take our youth as an employment thing, opportunity here.
So you want to specifically have a IT conclave kind of a thing.
We have to make it, sir, and collectively we can make it.
Okay. See, the major part is, what, Belgavi, we are land surplus, but the only problem is more than 2,000 acres of land is holded by the cantonment of or Belgavi. There is where the MP's role is very specific.
Mm.
You understand that's very specific over there. So in future, uh, if you are there at Delhi, we'll definitely ask you, to
Sure.
leverage the best out of it.
Yes, 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 yes.
What do you think, the strengths of Belgavi, apart from now what we spoke?
So we have got very good strength. We have got a very good foundry. We have got high potential in
Okay.
tourism. We have got very good educational institutes. We have got a very good connectivity between the different states, between Goa, Maharashtra, cities like Panaji, Kolhapur, Pune. We have got three major universities in our Belgaum district. And moreover, weather is always the good thing of good part of Belgaum, including people of Belgavi. I must say we are very lucky so that our city is a multilingual city.
You will have an additional responsibility if you are elected, that is to have retained the green cover of Belgavi.
Yes.
Really need to work hard on it. Do you have any specific plan for it?
Sir, with all the due respect, including the forest department, we are all putting trying some hard thing. Like we are also putting our efforts to improve the greenery of our city, especially if you see on the roadsides. I really want to appreciate the Department of Forest. While you go on the way from VTU till Kine or till Chorla, you can see there are many trees being planted,
Yes, exactly.
as well as within the city or in within the rural areas wherever the forest department can do. So that's how we have to promote them more. We have to get more and more funds to the Department of Forest so that they can do this thing in a good way. As well as I think we should appreciate this or promote this more in the schools. We have got subjects for everything. We have to also
Exactly.
consider this as a subject or an activity where people or children are being asked to plant the trees.
Thank you.
Yeah.
See, when we spoke about industries, okay, do you believe industries need a major push for both employment and the growth of the Belgavi? Now, when you are interacting with a lot of industries and you've been meeting them very frequently, what do you think is happening? मुझे क्या क्या चल क्या रहा है actually? Where do you think वो disconnect कहाँ पे है?
Moreover, I have visited more and more industries, especially in Udyambag, trying to
Okay,
interact with more of the industrialists. And I think we need to give a push, especially to the industries, because if you see, we have got a biggest industry called as Ashok Iron Works. They're the
okay,
topmost company to pay the tax to the government of India. If you see Sneham Industries, they're one of the leading in manufacturing tapes in the world.
exactly.
If you see, we have got also a big industry called as Vega. They're very much leading in throughout the country to manufacture the helmets. And we have to promote these industries, especially in our city, where they can give more and more employment opportunities to the people. So that our purpose.
Mrinal, the other day I was speaking to Mr. Rohan from who was representing the industries.
Mm,
What did he say is, we need to have a what is called as a total holiday for Bangalore, industrial holiday for Bangalore,
yeah.
because we being the capital and major production hub. So, you have any plans for that? You want to
So,
be the voice of the industry?
so what is Bangalore? Bangalore is being bombarded nowadays. It's completely bombarded by the people. It's overflowing. It's overflowing. We have to encash the opportunity. I think we should attract more and more companies who are investing, companies who want to invest. We have to provide them proper facilities. What is my mark, so that we can also encash these things.
One more very recent incident, which has taken us all foot. What is your stance on the Hubli incident of Neha?
Sir, my stance is very clear. Such incidents
ಅಂದ್ರೆ
shouldn't be.
ಕ್ರೂರವಾಗಿ ಏನು ಹತ್ಯೆ ಆಗಿದೆ ಅಂತ ಏನ್ ಸ್ಟಾನ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ ನಮ್ದು
Sir,
as an
Nannatru
individual?
very clear stance on it. Culprits should be punished to the harsh. Not only the one which has happened in India, sorry, in Hubli, but ನಾನು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಬಹಳ ಸ್ಪೆಸಿಫಿಕ್ ಆಗಿ ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ. ಹುಬ್ಳಿದು ನಮ್ಮ ಕಣ್ಮುಂದೆ ಬಂತು. ಇಂಥ
ಹೌದು,
ತುಂಬಾ ಇನ್ಸಿಡೆಂಟ್ ಇದೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಕಣ್ಮುಂದೆ ಬರಲ್ಲ.
ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್.
ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಬಹಳಷ್ಟು ಜನ ಹೆಣ್ಮಕ್ಳು ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಳಕ್ ಹೆದರ್ತಾರೆ. People won't come out. Few get scared. So it is that we have to also ask to the judiciary, to the government of India, to the government, to the state government, come up with some harsh law. I had really appreciated when such incident had happened in Telangana. The police commissioner made sure he encountered the person, the victim, the culprit. So these harsh laws must come. Me being a youth, I have those sentiments in me that these such people shouldn't be spared.
So tomorrow, if you win and you go to the parliament, and suppose at the center you have some other party, and there is a law that has come up, and will you be with the party lines, or will you go if you feel ki ನನಗೆ law ಇಷ್ಟ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ but ನನ್ನ ಪಾರ್ಟಿಗೆ ಇಷ್ಟ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ, what will be your
Sir,
stay that time?
sir, being very frank with you, I have to always stand by the humanity. That's the
Thank you,
main.
thank you.
That's the main baseline of a life. Whatever my humanity says, inner concise says, I will have to follow that. And I strongly believe such things shouldn't be appreciated in our city, in our society, and such people should be punished on the spot very harshly.
Thank you. आता this is very interesting. How you leveraging आमचा गल्लीतला मुलगा
Hmm.
इलेक्शनला बसलाय,
Hmm.
काय फीडबॅक आहे त्याच्याबद्दल?
सर, खरं सांगायचं म्हणजे बेळगावच्या लोकांचा जर सेवा करायचा असला, तर तुम्ही बेळगावकर होणं हे फार महत्वाचं आहे. करेक्ट?
करेक्ट.
सो मग माझ्या सिटीचा मला पूर्ण पल्स माहीत आहे ना. आय नो द पल्स ऑफ माय सिटी. माय पीपल, दे अड्रेस मी इन देअर ओन लँग्वेज. दे टॉक टू मी इन देअर ओन लँग्वेज. सो इट इज ऑल्सो माय ड्युटी टू टॉक टू देम इन देअर ओन लँग्वेज. आता कोणतरी एक शेतकरी माझ्याकडे येऊन त्याचा जर त्रास सांगितला, जर मी त्याला
हा.
दुसऱ्या भाषेत बोललो, मी बोललेलं त्याला समजणार नाही. तो बोललेला मला कळणार नाही. मग त्याचा इश्यू कसं सॉल्व्ह होणार? सो समवेअर vocal for local is a must this time for the people of Belgaum, specially Belgaum. कारण की आमच्या लोकांना आणि आमच्या लोकांचा काय त्रास आहे, ते आमच्या लोकांनाच चांगलं कळतं आणि चांगलं करू शकतो.
So your address is going to be permanent, you mean to say? You're not going to change. You
Yeah.
change
My
करणार
address is permanent because I don't have any other option as a city where I can go and shift. This is my motherland.
and you have to be here.
हेच माझं जन्मभूमी आहे आणि हेच माझं कर्मभूमी आहे. शेवटपर्यंत इथंच आमच्या लोकांचं सेवा करत आम्ही इथंच राहणार.
Okay. Uh, Mrinal, your appeal to the voters, what would be in very specific?
My appeal to the voters is, since a very long time I've been working as a worker, party worker, trying to serve the people of Belgaum till today. ಇವತ್ತಿನವರೆಗೂ ಬೆಳಗಾವಿ ಗ್ರಾಮೀಣ ಕ್ಷೇತ್ರದ ಮಹಾಜನತೆಯ ಸೇವೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಬಂದಿದ್ದೆ. ತಾಯಿಯಾದಂಥ ಲಕ್ಷ್ಮೀ ಹೆಬ್ಬಾಳ್ಕರ್ ಅವರಾಗಿರ್ಬೋದು, ಮಾವಾದಂಥ ಚಂದ್ರರಾಜ್ ಹಟ್ಟಿಹೊಳಿ ಅವರಾಗಿರ್ಬೋದು, ಎಲ್ಲ ನಮ್ಮ ನಾಯಕರು, ನಮ್ಮ ಪಕ್ಷದ ಹಿರಿಯರು ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಬ್ಬರ ಮಾರ್ಗದರ್ಶನದಿಂದ ಬಹಳಷ್ಟು ಅಭಿವೃದ್ಧಿ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಬೆಳಗಾವಿ ಜಿಲ್ಲೆ ನಿಜವಾಗ್ಲೂ ಕೂಡ ಸ್ಮಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಗಬೇಕು. ನಮ್ಮ ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಂದು ನಮಗೆ ಆದಂತ ಅನ್ಯಾಯ, 20 ವರ್ಷದಲ್ಲಿ आदंत अन्यायवನ್ನ इन ಮುಂದೆ ಆಗಬಾರದು ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನ बेळगावी युवकनागी बेळगावचा मुलगा म्हणून तुम्हाला सगळ्यांना मी विनंती करतो, मला पण एक संधी द्या. आजपर्यंत जेवढं काम केलंय फार मनापासून काम केलंय. आमचं बेळगावला मी खरंच स्मार्ट म्हणून मी बघतोय. बेळगावला अजूनही वरती घेऊन जायचं आहे. बेळगावला खरंच सेकंड कॅपिटल म्हणून लोक म्हणायला पाहिजे, हे लक्ष ठेवून मी ಪ್ರಾಮಾಣಿಕಪಣೆನ काम करतोय. ನಿಮ್ದೆಲ್ಲರ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಮನೆ ಮಗನ ಮೇಲೆ ಆಶೀರ್ವಾದ ಇರಲಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ನಿಮ್ಮನ್ನ ಕೈ ಮುಗಿದು ಕಾಲು ಮುಗಿದು ಕೇಳ್ಕೊತೀನಿ.
Thank you, Mrinal. It was nice talking to you. We'll be connected. We wish you all the best for your campaign. And Mrinal, you didn't tell about how's your campaign going on actually.
Sir, campaign is going on in a very full swing. If you can see my
The
social media,
thousand above villages, how are you covering it?
sir,
Because बहुत सारे लोग थक जाते हैं, but how are you covering it?
sir, I am trying to go to each and every corner of a village. I am reaching maximum. Reaching the last person also. मी सगळीकडे जात आहे, ಎಲ್ಲರ ಹತ್ರ ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ. ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಂದು ವಿಲೇಜ್ಗೂ ಕೂಡ ಭೇಟಿ ಕೊಡುವಂತ ಒಂದು ಪ್ರಯತ್ನ ಪ್ರಾಮಾಣಿಕವಾಗಿ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ. ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಂದು ಕಡೆ ಹೋದಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲ ಬದಲಾವಣೆ ಗಾಳಿ ಬೀಸ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. Everybody wants a change. Everybody wants a new face. Especially youth are attracting to us a lot. Youth are coming a lot. So youth also want a new face, youth face. So I'm very much excited for this new journey.
So, are you very prepared to break the 20 years crunch that is there?
I'm very
And
much
since
confident. I'm very much confident. This time we collectively, we all the party leaders, with all the blessing of our district in charge minister, Sri Satishana Jarkioli, Srimati Lakshmitai Hebbalkar, with all the MLAs, we are going to win this Lok Sabha, and I'm very, very sure we are going to create a history. Thank you so much.
thank you, Mrinal, so much. We wish you all the
Thank
best. See you
thank you for
again.
having me.
Thank you. Thank
Thank
you.
you.